It's 3 a.m. in the morning. Alright. It's 3 a.m. It's time to get up. Shake and bake, baby. So first things first, make sure you have a little something. Grab my banana. Grab my water, wherever that is. And then what I like to do every morning is grab a bit of water. Grab a little lemon, slice it up, put the lemon in the water, have a little lemon drink. Kickstart the immune system. You dig what I'm saying? Now if I can find a piece of lemon, we might be out of lemon. No lemon, no lime. No lemon, no lime. No lemon, no lime. Said I remember when we used to have lemon. Anyway, so yeah, let's hit the road. It's time to go to training. Well, it's 3:48. I finished my meditation. Little things, practices that I do before we get started, my prayers and so forth. I'm about to go for a run and then come back and set up the tripod and show you what I do for legs, because today is leg day and I hate leg day, I really do. But I understand the necessities and the requirements of it, you know, to strengthen, you know, the hips, the quads, the glutes, etc., etc. But it's a great opportunity, again, that which you don't like to do, but know the necessity of it. It forces you to go into that conversation. Now you can avoid the conversation by all means necessary, but don't avoid the consequences of avoiding the conversation. You know what I mean? I'm saying don't complain when things don't work out the way you want them to work out. You know, so that's a big lesson, and that's why I enjoy getting up early in the morning, because it's just me out here, man. Have a look. I don't know if you see anybody. I mean, this car just rocked up. I don't know whose car that is, but it's just me out here and my baby. And yeah, conversation with myself, you know, conquer the voices that have gone on in here. Because at the end of the day, that's what it really is. It's you versus you. You think it's the circumstances you're going against. They have no power whatsoever until you submit power to them. You know, if you get let go from that job, or if you go through that breakup, or if you financially go broke, their circumstances, they have no meaning to them until you give them meaning. So until you develop a conversation for yourself to bounce back, you will always find yourself seeing yourself as the victim. You know what I mean? But you're never the victim. And I'm here to remind you that. I'm here to remind you, you are more than what you have become. You are more than what happens to you. That you're not to be defined by your circumstances, but you define the circumstances by doing something about it. And there is always something that can be done. It's time for me to go for my run and do a leg workout. And he just started the car. I think he's leaving. So I'm going to be all by myself. Good. Just finished doing a 5K. Nice little 5K run, done and dusted. So now we're gonna go into legs now. Like I said, I hate legs. But then again, it's time to change that conversation. So I got a 60 kilo set up there, and then about a 90 meter hill sprint. So 15 reps of that, 3 reps of sprints, 3 rounds. Not good, not a fan of it, but I gotta do it. Gotta change the conversation upstairs. You dig what I'm saying?
I was a young kid with a big dream. Bright lights, mic on, I die for this, no in between. I wonder sometimes the gift, the curse. Voices in my head yelling melodies, and I can't sleep till I let them out. And when I'm in that zone, I fucking black everything out. Cause if I own the hook like Peter Pan, I fly to the top of the charts. When I get there, stand on the summit looking down, then my haters smiling, middle finger up. And the hunger will still be there, cause everything you have can never be enough. Had it all planned out, but I guess it didn't work out. Cause I'm standing here bummed out, watching it fall apart in front of me. This is how this is supposed to be. Even the baddest bitch I know is next to me. So where do you go when you're all alone? Who do you call when you're the hero? Defeated now, but this is ground zero. You started right here, still they don't notice. Yeah. Sometimes I find myself like I'm completely crazy. I think the died is cause inside I'm scared to fall. Yeah. I wonder when it's been so long and I'm still running. Goddamn, I'm tired.
I'm here to remind you, you are more than what you've become. You're more than what happens to you. You don't let circumstances define you into becoming the victim. You define the circumstances by becoming the victor, by doing something about it. And there is always something that can be done. You are more. Now I've got to make a bit of breakfast. So I went out and bought some eggs, 6 of these bad boys, and some avocado and a banana. That's my breakfast. Looking forward to that. Healthy tip for the day. Other than my favorite, which is always eat to live, don't live to eat. And yes, I'm using a spoon to eat scrambled eggs and banana and avocado. But when eating, try and avoid, and you know, I'm not exactly the perfect candidate for it, but I'm working on it. Try and avoid to have less gadgets and interference, and really try and meditate on the food. In fact, I'm gonna set myself that challenge. You know, start that conversation of dedicating yourself to the food. You know, often our mind is elsewhere, and it actually affects of how our body digests the food. So take that one on board. That one's for free. Let eating be just about eating, not about what's happening on Facebook or the argument that you're about to have with your spouse. You know, let that argument take place after you eat. Let eating just be about eating, and that's about it. I said let eating be about eating. I need you to cut the camera. Cut the... Breakfast is done. Now I'm off to do some studying. I was supposed to do 2 hours, but I'm just going to sneak in 1 hour of study. What am I studying? I'm studying counseling. Why? Because 1, it's a perfect time to do some studies. But 2, you know, I've always found being in the industry of being a personal trainer, I've often tippy-toed around finding the solution for my clients when it became anything other than health and fitness. Every now and then I'll dabble into some conversations, in-depth conversations, but I felt that it was an injustice to engage in such conversations without being equipped or having the right knowledge and not just working off the back end of my own life template. So I've done the right thing by going off to do the studies. So that's what's keeping me busy. And later on tonight or this afternoon, I'll go pick up my brother and we're gonna go live on Facebook and do another workout. So my second workout for the day. And this time there's definitely no corners because we're going live. So any shortcuts will be caught on camera. Damn it. But yeah, off to do some study. Just had a nice little 1 hour nap. I have a bit of lunch now. Finish. Well, now I'm just gonna go pick up my brother so we can come here and this half setup studio set up for tonight's live workout. So it is what it is. Bye, babe.
Babe, can you take the rubbish out, please? Thank you.
I'm supposed to just walk out of the house. Grab the rubbish, mostly made by me. You good to go?
Yeah, good to go. Let's go get this done. Let's go work out.
About to go for a shower 20 minutes before I go on. And that is asking yourself, how is it going to end? Now it's very vital that you somewhat work towards an answer if you haven't got one. If you have got a desired outcome, you work towards that desired outcome. And then you can recognize the unnecessities of life. It's very important for you to find that answer within yourself. At a time like this, when the circumstances are out of your control, out of your hand, how is this going to end? You know what it is?
I thought that one was going to be easier.
Well, it's 8:51, just past my bedtime. Should have been in bed by 8:30. But we're just going over some logistics about Zambition and stuff like that, and had late dinner. But that's the end of the day, and that's what, that was today's regime. Tomorrow, different. But I wanted to spend this episode just showing you what a day looks like. And and at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. Maintaining that innovation, making sure that you are working, progressively to the realization of a worthy goal. I maintain my training, I maintain my studies. Something that has got an outcome. So don't just do things for the sake of doing them, like binge watching TV or scrolling on Facebook. Do some things that you can measure upon yourself from the beginning to the end, and see your growth in the dedication and commitment of time. So that's my advice. And as I go to sleep tonight, man, I'm tired right now. I'm knackered. This morning's training session was hardcore, and obviously doing one for the live, for the live Facebook. That took it out of me, so I'm very exhausted. Can't think straight right now. I'm trying to think of something, a message to leave with you guys. I'll definitely back it up with the same message I used in the live video, and that is asking yourself, how is it going to end? No matter what situation you're in, how you got there is not necessarily of matter anymore. And what really matters now is answering the question, or looking for the answer to the question, how is this going to end? And you've got the answer, whether you believe it or not. You know why? Because you are more than what you've become. You're more than what happens to you. And if you really listen to that quote, it's telling you that which you have become, you're actually more. That which has happened to you cannot define you, because you are more. So remember, You are more than what you've become. You're more than what happens to you. Good night.